Welcome to Chemistry Sea World.
Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Chemistry Sea World. Today we are going to be discuss that continuation of the salts topic. Here in the previous video we learned about how the salt is going to be formed and what is the pH of neutral salt, what is the pH of acidic salt, what is the pH of basic salts, and one of the important salt we learned that sodium chloride, how that going to be extract. So from the sodium chloride we are going to be what you can call produce different compounds such as sodium hydroxide, bleaching powder, sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate. So that all going to be learned in this video. Okay, so before going to that, please do subscribe my channel and share videos and like the videos. Thank you one and all. Right, let me move on to the topic. So today we are going to be discuss that preparation of sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So this is an electrolytic setup. So when we are going to be taken the solution of sodium hydroxide, sodium chloride solution, and when we are going to be taken in this sodium chloride solution, I am going to be taking here. So on passing that electric current, so the sodium chloride is going to be divided into Na plus plus Cl minus, Na plus and Cl minus. So we know that sodium chloride we are going to be taken in the water. That's right. So the water is also going to be converted into OH plus OH minus ions. So what are the going to be coming from the Na plus from the sodium chloride and OH minus from the what we can call water? They are going to be form a sodium hydroxide which is going to be formed nearby the what we can call cathode, and this H plus and Cl minus, H plus ions is going to be moves that negative side, and this is going to be come out as a hydrogen gas nearby cathode, and chlorine is going to be come out as a chlorine gas nearby anode. So this is what we can call how the extraction of the sodium hydroxide, right? So if you are going to be go with the sodium chloride 2 NaCl plus water, going to be get that 2 NaOH plus Cl2 plus H2 gas. So in this process there is a formation of chlorine and formation of base that we can call alkali. So then we can call it as, this process is also known as chlor-alkali process. This process is also known as chlor-alkali process. In this we are going to be get that sodium hydroxide along with the chlorine, So this is a what we can call extraction of sodium hydroxide. So generally sodium hydroxide is going to be used in the degreasing metals, and sometimes it is used in the soaps and paper industries also. Okay, so this is about sodium hydroxide. Now what are the byproducts is going to be coming from this reaction, that are hydrogen and chlorine. So that also we have somewhat usefulness. Okay, so that here we are going to be seeing that chlorine is used in the purification of water, it is going to be used. Hydrogen, it is also used in that oxidizing agents. Hydrogen is used in that fuels, what you can call some preparation of ammonia, we are going to be used this hydrogen and all. So these are the what we can call uses of byproducts which are going to be come from this process. Okay, so let me move on to the next topic. So that is bleaching powder. Right. So generally bleaching powder contain that formula. Bleaching powder is also known as calcium oxychloride, CaOCl2. It is a chemical formula of bleaching powder. So which is coming from the byproduct in the above process, that is chlorine. When we pass the chlorine gas on lime water, so lime water formula is calcium hydroxide lime water. When we pass the chlorine gas on lime water, so we are going to be get that calcium oxychloride, CaO Cl2. Okay, CaO Cl2 we are going to be get that along with the water molecule, calcium oxychloride. So we are going to be get, this is a bleaching powder, we are going to be get bleaching powder, calcium oxychloride. So generally it is used in the what we can call for bleaching of papers, lichens, as well as what we can call papers, lichens and clothes also sometimes. And it is also mainly used in the what we can call bleaching powder is used in the purification of water. It can remove germs from the water. And it is also used as a oxidizing agent in some chemical reactions. For bleaching paper and paper, not directly paper we are not going to be use here, wood pulp we are going to be use for bleaching, wood pulp in the paper industry. And clothes and lichens we are going to be use in the for bleaching purpose. Oxidizing agent as a, it is used also oxidizing agent, and it is used also what we can call purification purpose, purification of water. This is the main things which are going to be which are the main uses of this bleaching powder. Okay na? So let me move on to another topic. So baking soda. So baking soda generally have the chemical formula, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. So sodium hydrogen carbonate, so it is having that NaHCO3. So it is generally we are going to be used in the kitchen, so for food tasting and all, right? So it is used, so for preparation purpose we are going to be used here sodium chloride. So one of the raw material we are going to be used here. So when the sodium chloride react with water, carbon dioxide along with ammonia, so we are going to be get that sodium bicarbonate along with ammonium chloride. So this is a what you can call preparation of sodium bicarbonate. If you see the uses of this baking soda, so it is used in the baking powder. So baking powder is a mixture of baking soda and some edible acid called as tartaric acid. So if you are going to be seeing this reaction, so we will get that NaHCO3 plus H plus gives that CO2 and H2O along with the sodium salt. So here what are going to be produced is CO2 gas. So this will gives the preparation of cake and the bread and all. So it will gives that sponginess and smoothness to the bread or cake. Okay na? And also it is used in that soda acid fire extinguishers. Okay, right. Next I'll move on to next topic. Right. Next compound is washing soda. Here washing soda having that formula sodium carbonate along with 10 water molecules. Here see that if you are going to see that there are 10 water molecules. Why we are representing here 10 water molecules? Because so it is having along with water molecules. This compounds especially called as hydrated compounds. So when we are going to be touch these compounds, it's look like a dry, but it's contain that water molecules, right? So washing soda. So generally washing soda preparation, so we are going to be taken by on heating of sodium bicarbonate. We are going to be get that along sodium carbonate, that is called as washing soda, along with the water molecules and carbon dioxide gas. So this is a preparation of what we can say that washing soda, washing soda, right? So here see that if it is going to be taken the uses of this sodium carbonate, it is used in the glass, soaps and paper industries, and also it is used in the one of the sodium component that is called borax. It is used in the preparation of borax also, and also it is used in the cleaning agent for domestic purpose. It is used as a cleaning agent in the domestic purpose, and it is also used in the to removing permanent hardness of water. It is also used in the to removing permanent hardness of the water. So this is about sodium carbonate, which is called as washing soda, right? So let me move on to another topic. Yes, so in the previous topic, washing soda, the washing soda I need to CO3 contain the 10 water molecules, right? Rice. Are there salts, what you can call salts, crystal salts are going to be really look like dry? So let me go with an experiment here. So generally copper sulfate I am going to be taking here, copper sulfate, so which is in the blue color, CuSO4, which is in the blue color. So when we are going to be heat this, so the vapors which are going to be coming out, water vapors, and it is converted into white color. It is converted into white color, right? It is converted into white color. So generally, if you observe here, the copper sulfate along with 5 water molecule, which we can call it as blue vitriol. So which we can call it as blue vitriol. So when we are going to be heat this copper sulfate, the copper sulfate is going to be lost its water molecule and converted into white color So there are so many compounds when we are going to be heat like this, where they are going to be lost their water molecules and they become they lost and they are going to be change the color and all, right? Let me go for one of the main thing, that is calcium sulfate along with two water molecules which are having two water molecules called as gypsum. So when we are going to be heat this around 373 Kelvin, so we are going to be get that calcium sulfate with half water molecule, so then we can call it as POP, plaster of Paris. We can call as plaster of Paris. So generally we know that generally plaster of Paris nowadays we are going to be using widely in the constructions, and also it is used in the medicine purpose. It is when we are going to be our leg or hands is going to be broken, it is going to be gives support for when we are going to be breaking that bandages, we are going to be uses for POP and all only, right? So there are going to be many things. What is going to be happening? How it is become very strong? Because so when the copper sulfate with one water molecule, that is plaster of Paris, having that white color powder, so when it is going to be adding with water molecules again, so it is converted into finally again that gypsum. That means gypsum, that is calcium sulfate along with the two water molecule, and it gives that smooth finishing and all, and hard substance, because it is become that hard substance. So what is the reaction takes place? We know that is going to be takes place. So white powder when it is going to be mixed with the water, and there is plaster of Paris actually white powder. So when it is going to be again react with water, it is become that hard substance and it give that very smooth surface. Okay, na? So this is about plaster of Paris. It's a lex. So all the crystal salts are going to be looks like dry, means so sometimes it is dry. So when it is going to be have the water molecules, when it is going to be lost its water molecules, they have changes its colors. Okay, na? So we observe that in the formation of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate generally blue color, when it is going to be lost its water molecules turns into white color, right? So this is about salts. So finally we are going to be we finished that lesson of acid basis salts for 10th class. Okay, I hope that you are going to be enjoy these classes. So if you are going to be enjoy these classes, please do subscribe my channel and share the videos, and So please inform if any 10th class childrens are there, so please inform them. So please uh, do subscribe and give more and more support for this channel, and I'll give more and more information in the future also. Thank you, one and all. Right.